Hello, dengar saya tak? Hello? Okey. Okey, saya nak test line je. And then saya nak test suara. Okey, semua okey ke? Untuk makluman Puan Tengku Sureti, kita sekarang tengah tunggu line dari Poli Medan. Sabar ya. Untuk masalah Puan Robiah, boleh kita try say hi untuk check test line.
Hai, boleh dengar suara saya?
Ya, saya dengar.
Baik.
Okey, hai. Thank you Dr. Sega.
Baik. Tahniah diucapkan kepada anda semua ya.
Terima kasih. Thank you all. Thank you to all participant and tahniah untuk presenter semua yang terlibat untuk hari ini. Cumanya untuk masalah yang siapa, if you have a camera problem ke apa, untuk especially for presenter and moderator, boleh tekan Windows and then sekali serentak dengan Windows dengan X. Okey, bila Windows dengan X, ambil device manager. Dekat situ ada device manager and then tekan kamera, klik kanan disable. Okey. Untuk siapa yang ada problem untuk suara ke. Okey. Ni sekejap saya share screen je tunjuk. Hopefully background semua okey untuk presenter dengan moderator. Okey, set. Dr. Sega tak ada background lagi. Okey, ini control X. Ini contoh control X untuk if you have problem with microphone and then speaker, boleh tekan Windows, tekan X serentak and then klik device manager. Okey, dekat sini dia keluar macam ni. Kalau ada audio problem, just klik kanan. Klik kanan kalau mikrofon. Ni ambil mikrofon, klik kanan, disable. Lepas tu, masuk balik, enable. Okey, sama juga untuk masalah kamera. Klik kamera ni, klik kanan, ambil disable and then enable balik. Okey.
Ini semua pensyarah-pensyarah. Sekarang mereka tunggu Medan.
Yep. Ramai-ramai. Okey. Ada yang dengar, ada yang tak dengar ke? Semua okey? Boleh dengar suara saya dengan jelas?
Assalamualaikum Puan Rosida.
Waalaikumsalam.
Jelas.
Okey, Puan Salwati, angkat tangan tu okey ke? Puan Salwati okey. Puan Siti Aliza, terima kasih. Lama tak tengok. Seri-seri lepas balik umrah. Sekarang baru ada 46 orang and then kita tengah tunggu dari Poli Medan punya respon. Okey. Boleh cek line untuk test semua. Sementara kita tunggu Poli Medan, boleh cek masing-masing dululah. Kalau yang Poli lain, yang nak invite dia punya team member dia, boleh je share link perasmian dan link channel masing-masing nanti untuk kawan-kawan yang lain sekali kalau nak masuk nanti. Okey. Terima kasih.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Semua boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Okay. Saya selaku MC lah for today.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Welcome to the International TVEC Entrepreneurship Conference, ITEC22. So actually at 9 AM, we are supposed to witness the opening ceremony, which will be broadcasted live from Politeknik Negeri Medan, Indonesia. So from the information that I have got from the organizer, they are still wrapping up. They are still in the process of broadcasting their site. So it will be grateful if everyone, the presenters and the participants stay on the line, right? And later on, if we are managed to have the broadcast from Polytechnic Negeri Medan, we are going to listen to their director's speech for the officiating event, and then followed by a keynote session which will be delivered by Dr. Maria from Philippines and Dr. Rini. Yeah, so it would be grateful if everyone stay online, right? Okay, thank you. And later on, I will update to all of you. Thank you.
Oh, sorry sudah tunggu kan. Dan ini boleh tengok bersama dengan Pak Tengku. Dengar tak?
Beres.
Ya.
Saya dengar slow dengar.
Tes. Ini suara saya nih. Ya. Ya.
Cek. Is okay, Pak?
Check.
Okey, sebenarnya kita dah salah masuk channel ni. Sebenarnya kita masuk ITEC22, bukan masuk general. Ini kita dah pergi kat general. Boleh leave semua, try masuk ITEC boleh?
Pula.
Atas tu general. Kalau perasan kat atas tu dia keluar general. No, sepatutnya dekat atas tu ITEC22. Okey, boleh left
Tapi dah ada partisipan Daniel Halomoan tu. Itu macam dari Indonesia tu.
Hah?
Perasan tak Daniel Halomoan
ya,
tu?
ada
Better stay on the line lah. Stay on the line.
Stay on the line. So nak continue dengan
Yeah, stay on
general.
the line.
Yeah, Jenny.
Biar kat sini dulu.
You can see the Indonesian participants are here.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, I can see that.
I
Yeah.
said we are in the right group. How come suddenly change to
Yes, we
ITEC?
are. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stay on the line. Just stay on the line.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Conference on TVET and Entrepreneurship 2002. Puji syukur kita panjatkan kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, pada hari ini kita dapat berkumpul dalam rangka mengikuti kegiatan International Conference on TVET and Entrepreneurship 2022 secara hybrid. Let's express our thankfulness to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Almighty God. On this day we can gather to attend the International Conference on TVET and Entrepreneurship 2022. To welcome you all, I would like to read out pantun. Saya akan membacakan pantun kepada seluruh hadirin yang dimuliakan dan yang kami hormati. Matahari bersinar terang, memancarkan cahaya terang. Kepada seluruh peserta conference kami ucapkan selamat datang di Politeknik Negeri Medan kampus kami tersayang. Ladies and gentlemen, so the conference agenda today I will read out. First is opening by the MC, welcome address, and declare the conference open by Mr. Director of Polytechnic Negeri Medan, or maybe also on behalf of the Mr. Director. And then the next is a prayer or doa. The next is keynote speakers will be delivered from Indonesia and Philippines, and then refreshments, and then breakout room session 1, parallel session 1, and lunch break and the pray time. Breakout room session 2, parallel session, refreshment and closing. Now, I'd like to deliver my opening speech. First of all, I'd like to say that our Honorable Director of Polytechnic Negeri Medan, Mr. Abdul Rahman Dalimunte, SAAKMSC, the Vice Director 1, Madam Dr. Roslina ST, MT, the Vice Director 2, Mr. Muhammad Rikwan Salam Manik, SAMM, the Vice Director 3, Madam Delisma STMT, and the Vice Director 4, Mr. Ingheru Pranoto, MT. And also the Ketua P3M and Ketua 4M, and also Ketua, the head of the SPME, and Ketua or head of AMI, all departments heads, study programs head, and all participants, keynote speakers, presenters from different countries of Malaysia, Philippines, Yemen, and Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guest speaker would like to address Dr. Maria Ludgarda Manuela Basa Punai from Siena College of Tai, Philippines. Dr. Muhammad Nur Hakimin bin Yusuf, an associate professor and the Dean of the Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, University of Kelantan, Malaysia. Dr. Yahya Muhammad Al-Delay is a leading research team on the research project sponsored by the University of Science, Malaysia. Also, our guest, distinguished guest, Dr. Tengku Ahmad from PKB, Malaysia, Mr. Hisham bin Maktar from PKB, and then Mr. Wan Muhammad Marzudi from PKB, and then Nick Azizi, Madam Nick Azizi from PKB, and then Dr. Nur Aziza Polimas from Kedah, Malaysia. The last is Mr. Zul Azli Polimas, Kedah, Malaysia. And also from Indonesia, our keynote speaker, Dr. Rini Indahwati, SAAKMSC, and also all the presenters that present for today. It is an honor for Polytechnic Negeri Medan, Indonesia, and a privilege with our heartfelt to welcome all of the delegates from different countries of Malaysia, Philippines, Yemen, and Indonesia. Keynote speakers, presenters, participants, scholars, researchers, and everyone here from many different fields for your presence online and offline in this international conference, TVET and Entrepreneurship 2022. I'm confident that through active contributions, scholars and researchers will bring out research issues on information of entrepreneurship development. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the next session. It's a welcome address from the Director of Politeknik Negeri Medan. On this occasion, we'd like to welcome, on behalf of the Director of Politeknik Negeri Medan, we welcome the Vice Director 1, Madam Dr. Roslina ST, MD. On this occasion, she will also declare this conference open. Now, please welcome Madam Dr. Roslina ST, MD. Time is yours. Silakan, Ibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera, salam sehat bagi kita semua. Good morning. Pertama sekali, marilah kita ucapkan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, Tuhan yang Maha Esa, yang mana pada kesempatan ini, pada pagi hari ini, kita masih diberi kesehatan, kesempatan berkumpul di ruangan ini secara luring, dan all delegates online for this morning. Dan selawat salam kita hadiahkan kepada Nabi Muhammad SAW supaya kita mendapat syafaatnya di yaumil akhir. Yang kami hormati Bapak Direktur Politeknik Negeri Medan, Bapak Ibu Wakil Direktur Politeknik Negeri Medan, dan seluruh fungsionaris Politeknik Negeri Medan, Ibu Ketua P4M, Ketua P3M, Ketua unit yang ada di lingkungan Politeknik Negeri Medan. Yang berbahagia narasumber kami pada pagi hari ini, Dr. Maria Lutgarda Manuel Basa Punai from Siena College of Tai, Philippines. Dr. Muhammad Nur Hakimin bin Yusuf, an Associate Professor and the Dean of the Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business University Malaysia, Kelantan. Dr. Yahya Muhammad Haji Al-Dilay is a leading research team on a research project sponsored by the University Science Malaysia. And Dr. Rini Indahwati from Politeknik Negeri Medan. Dan yang kami hormati Bapak Ibu dari Malaysia, dari PKB Malaysia yang sudah hadir secara luring pada kesempatan ini. Welcome to Politeknik Negeri Medan. Dr. Tengku Ahmad from PKB, Hisam bin Mukhtar from PKB, Zulazli, jika ada kesalahan di dalam penyebutan nama dan gelar. Baik Bapak Ibu sekalian, kami sangat apresiasi yang setinggi-tingginya atas kerjasama Politeknik Negeri Medan dengan KB Malaysia dalam rangka pelaksanaan kegiatan conference ya yang dilaksanakan kerjasama Politeknik Negeri Medan dengan tema International TVET and Entrepreneurship Conference tahun 2022. Dan kami mengucapkan selamat datang di Politeknik Negeri Medan, Bapak Ibu sekalian, delegasi baik yang dari Indonesia, Malaysia maupun dari Filipina, Thailand, dan negara-negara lainnya yang terlibat pada saat konferensi saat ini yang dilaksanakan. Hostnya adalah di Politeknik Negeri Medan kerjasama dengan PKB. Dan Bapak Ibu sekalian peserta conference pada saat ini adalah merupakan dalam rangka Dies Natalis Politeknik Negeri Medan dan kerjasama dengan PKB Malaysia. Mudah-mudahan kerjasama ini terus berlanjut, tidak hanya dalam pelaksanaan conference, mungkin juga dengan kegiatan-kegiatan kerjasama yang lainnya bisa kita inisiasi nantinya, baik dengan PKB maupun dengan college dan university yang ada di Malaysia maupun di Thailand or Filipina. Dan kami berharap juga dengan kegiatan conference ini bisa menambah wawasan kita bersama dan memberikan manfaat bagi Bapak Ibu sekalian, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan nantinya yang join di conference ini, dan kita bisa melanjutkan kegiatan kerjasama di bidang riset maupun nanti adanya pertukaran lecture maupun students antara Politeknik Negeri Medan dengan college dan university di Malaysia. Kami mengucapkan terima kasih kepada panitia yang sudah melaksanakan di kedua negara yang sudah melaksanakan kegiatan konferensi ini, dan kami mohon maaf jika dalam pelaksanaan dan pelayanan kami ada kekurangan, dan mudah-mudahan ini membawa kebaikan bagi kedua belah pihak. Mungkin itu saja Bapak Ibu sekalian, terima kasih. Mohon maaf jika ada kekurangan di dalam penyampaian. Wabillahi taufik walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera, salam sehat bagi kita semua. Baik, sekaligus pembukaannya dengan mengucapkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kegiatan conference kita pagi hari ini kita buka secara resmi.
Thank you, Madam Roslina, Dr. Roslina, SCMT, the Vice Director, one who has just declared this conference open. Let's move on to the second session is making doa. Jadi pembacaan doa oleh Bapak Hubul Watan, MA. Time is yours. Yes, in front.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mari sejenak kita menengadahkan tangan berdoa kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Astaghfirullahalazim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi rasulillahi ajma'in. Waghfir lana dhunubana wa dhunuba walidayna warhamna warhamhuma kama rabbayana saghira wa li jami'il muslimina wal muslimat al-mu'minina wal mu'minat al-ahya'i minhum wal amwat birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbana anzil rahmata was-sihhata wal-'afiyata was-salamata 'alaina wa 'ala walidayna wa 'ala hadhil baramid. Ya Allah, berikanlah keberkahan-Mu ya Allah kepada kami yang sedang melaksanakan acara seminar internasionalnya ini. Ya Allah, mudahkanlah segala urusan kami sehingga akhirnya kami mendapatkan manfaat dan ilmu dari acara ini. Rabbana atina min ladunka rahmah wa hayyi lana min amrina rasyada. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadza jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqana min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma. Allahu ya ghaniyun ya hamid ya mubdiu ya mu'id ya rahimu ya wadud. أغلنا بحلالك عن حرامك وبطاعتك معصيتك وبفضلك عمن سواك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار بجاه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعبادك الصالحين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Mr. Hubul Watan, who already led our prayer for today. Okay. Now let's welcome the first presentation will be delivered by our first keynote speaker from Politeknik Negeri Medan, Indonesia, Dr. Rini Indahwati, SA, AK, MSc, CA, CBV, Sera. Okay. I'll read out, her CV. Our first keynote speaker is Dr. Rini Indahwati, SA, AK, MSc, CA, CBV, Sera. She obtained her first degree from the University of Sumatera Utara majoring in accounting, and also for the second degree from University of Gadjah Mada, Yogyakarta. And her third degree, or for the doctorate degree, is from University of Pajajaran, Bandung. She is a lecturer in the accounting department, and also she is a practitioner in accounting and entrepreneurship as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch, her presentation through the video online. Now, I would like to give a time for our technician to, play on the presentation of her. Kami harap Bapak dan Ibu seluruh hadirin yang kami muliakan dan yang terhormat, kita masih sedikit ada kendala ya, mungkin dalam memutar video presentasi Dr. Rini Indahwati SEAK MSc. Kami mohon dapat bersabar. Terima kasih.
I never could have imagined that today's younger people are more entrepreneurial than those of any previous generation. The sum of these strengths is more entrepreneurship and business startups for younger people.
According to the Opinion Research Council, 54% of 18 to 24-year-olds are highly interested in starting a business, compared with 36% of 35 to 64-year-olds.
A Newsweek poll asked millennials to name their hero, and more than half named Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Entrepreneurship is about creativity and innovation, resource identification, acquisition, and market sharing, economic organization, and opportunity for gain or increase under risk and uncertainty. Innovation in the way we work and play, travel and eat, start our families, and raise our children, all create opportunities for entrepreneurs to build businesses and organizations that will exploit new technology and trends. In the context of this, vocational institution has a very important role. Vocational institution has the ultimate goal to develop students with strong practical skills, cited from Lee 2020. Combined system that we commonly know about the development of vocational institutions are TVET, or we can say it technical and vocational education training, and
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so let's give the applause for the first presentation of Dr. Rini SEAK MSc. And I'd like to read out the wisdom quote. Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. Seperti yang kita lihat pada video tadi, apa yang dikatakan oleh seorang pakar Dr. Rini, bahwasanya pendidikan vokasi merupakan pendidikan penerapan dari ilmu yang kita terapkan kepada peserta didik, sehingga ilmu itu akan bermanfaat. Ya, pada saat ini entrepreneurship merupakan ilmu yang sangat sangat diperlukan oleh mahasiswa atau lulusan kita. Baik, Bapak dan Ibu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next session is, the presentation which will be delivered by our keynote speaker from Philippines, Dr. Maria Ludgarda Manuela Basa Punai from Sydney College of Tai, Philippines. Please welcome Dr. Maria Ludgarda, and on this occasion, we'll watch her presentation online through the video. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read out Dr. Ludgarda's CV. She is a chairperson in the College of Business and Accountancy, and also she was the program head in the Master in Business Administration coordinator at the ITEC. Also full-time in the Bachelor of Science in International Hospitality Management, faculty member, part-time Business Administration faculty member, operations manager. She's also assistant store manager, CS checking supervisor, customer relations specialist, and also she has the position counter cashier. So, her career in several positions makes her developed, on her skill in, especially in the business entrepreneurship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch her presentation through the video.
Good day to everyone. I would like to greet all the educators, school administrators, students, entrepreneurs, and friends, especially Dr. Ursa Triwayuni and Mr. Bhakti Sundawa, who are now here to be part of this international conference. Much as I want to educate everyone here now, but because I am an educator myself, I realized that it would be better if my goal today is to inspire everyone. I want to share my journey, how I turned to become an entrepreneur from being an educator. I studied business for 11 years, 4 years for the bachelor's degree, 2.5 years for masteral, and 4.5 years in doctorate degree. I worked in the restaurant industry for 22 years, starting as a service crew until I became an operations manager, handling 6 restaurants all at the same time. But on my 20th year in this industry, I was given the chance to join the academe to be an educator. This was the part wherein I enjoy both worlds. I managed to fulfill my job as an operations manager and at the same time being a part-time faculty member. This was so because during that time that school had underwent accreditation. One of the recommendations was to hire an industry practitioner so that the students may learn the actual skills needed in the hotel and restaurant industry. The school wanted me to share all the practical and technical learning experiences I had in my career in the industry. Then I fell in love with what I do as a teacher. So I decided to work full-time as an educator. First, I handled hospitality management students. It is with great pride and honor to see some of them becoming so successful restaurateurs, caterers, and event stylists. Silently, I know deep down inside, I was part of their journey in learning the things they do now at best. Because of this turn of events, I also published 2 books on food service management under Rex Bookstore and Books at Iba Pa. These are the 2 of the prominent publishers here in the Philippines. Then, I became the head of the College of Business and Accountancy. I focused on teaching management and entrepreneurship. I became so immersed with the different feasibility studies being proposed by our students. It was so fulfilling to guide them on how they should improve their business plans. I was so eager to inspire my students to become entrepreneurs so that they can come up with a realistic business proposal. I always say that there is no employee who became rich as an employee. If someone did, for sure, that someone engaged himself into business. It took me 15 years in teaching before I recognized that I can also benefit with my own teachings if I will follow them. Last March this year, I was able to put up a small manufacturing firm here in Mabalacat City, Pampanga, Philippines. We manufacture mixed pickled veggies. We call it burong gule, which is our heirloom recipe that consists of turnips, bitter gourd, carrots, bell peppers, onions, garlic, and finger chilies. It is one of the best side dishes for fried and grilled food items. We also do shrimp paste, super spicy vinegar, and coffee drip. Coffee drip is a brewed coffee anytime, anywhere, even without the use of coffee maker. You just need a cup and a hot water. And for your information, Pampanga, the province, is considered as the culinary capital of the Philippines. I am a Kapampangan myself. Before, it was called the food capital of the Philippines because of the variety of delicious dishes available in the province. They said that there are a lot of reasons why Pampanga should be called the culinary capital of the country. Based on history, when the Spaniards came to Philippines, the women of Pampanga or the Kapampangan were trained by the Spanish to cook. However, on the process, they were amazed on how these Kapampangan women combined the different flavors of food. Their cooking was also inspired by Malay and Mexican flavors. The Kapampangan were the ones assigned to prepare the menu for the proclamation of the first Philippine Republic in Malolos, Bulacan. Even if I did study business for 11 years, I still took advantage of the different free webinars, training, and workshop provided by our government through the Department of Trade and Industry. I enjoyed every detail of them. Learning for me is a continuous process. We should never stop acquiring knowledge. We need to be updated The speakers were mostly young and vibrant, as you can see in our presentation. They taught us how to do online marketing. They taught us how to write the most effective content that we should post on social media. They taught us how to take photos of our products so that viewers may appreciate our product more. A kind of photo that is so inviting that prospective clients will be more enticed to try what we are promoting. There were so many encouraging words to lift our spirits and to push us some more, to believe in ourselves and believe in our products. I truly appreciate the unending support of the Department of Trade and Industry in our region, Region 3. They're also sponsoring many BHARs for free. It means that MSMEs or micro, small, and medium enterprises like me can display and sell our products for free in different malls for a certain period, sometimes 4 days, 7 days, or 2 weeks. Those kinds of events are very effective for startups like me. Since my brand is new, and so with my products, this kind of activity can help me promote it to most people, especially those who are inside the mall. And just recently, I received a message that one of the biggest malls in the Philippines, the SM malls, invited me to sell my products inside their mall for free 100 days before Christmas. So it is also another big opportunity for a small entrepreneur like me, for me to really promote our products. And I think that is part of their corporate social responsibility. However, it is for free, but they will just get 5% of our sales. So MSMEs are truly relevant to the Philippine economy. They are the backbone of our economy. In its 2019 list of establishments, the Philippine Statistics Authority, or the PSA, recorded 1,506 business enterprises operating in the country. Or of this, 99.5%, or the 995,745 are MSMEs, or the micro, small, and medium enterprises. More than 1.08 million establishments operated in 2021, which generated total employment of 8.57 million. As an entrepreneur, my company, Buriko Burimo, will represent Mabalacat City for the exhibit this October 26 to 30, 2022 at SM Mega Trade Hall for the event called Products of Central Luzon. It will be a milestone for us to go to Manila and introduce our products to many people. Last July of this year, I attended an event called Women Entrepreneurs Summit in San Fernando City, Pampanga. I met fellow women entrepreneurs offering very good quality products, but we have a common problem. We need a commercial space to sell our products, but it will be too expensive for us, and most of us could not afford the rent in shopping center. That gave me an idea. Last August 5, 2022, I decided to rent a space in one of the large mall and supermarkets in our town It is called Jumbo Genera Dau, and I started the ANC Pasalubong Center. I became a business consolidator of some sort. I invited other MSMEs to display their products in my store for a very minimal fee. As for me, I hired sales staff. Those are my sales staff. That is to man our store, do the selling, they do promotions and inventories of different products. I trained my staff on how they will work on the inventories more efficiently. We also remit the sales of the suppliers or the consigners weekly together with their inventory reports. Again, the Department of Trade and Industry visited my store and they told me that they will provide my store signage for free. I was so happy because it will help me save some money. Store signages are very important for customer recall. It is the identity of the store. That is my store. That is a Bahay Kubo or Nipa Hat inspired. I am truly grateful for all the support from the DTI officers and staff. They are also encouraging us, MSMEs, to do export. They wanted us to fully develop our products so that we can enter other countries. Exporting offers plenty of benefits and opportunities, including access to more consumers and businesses. If you're only doing business in this country, you may be limiting the total potential profits you could earn on opportunities to expand your business worldwide. Diversifying market is another. Diversifying market opportunities so that even if the domestic economy begins to falter, you may still have other growing markets for your goods and services. Next is expanding the life cycle of mature products. If the domestic market seems saturated for your goods and services, you can introduce them to new markets in other parts of the world. Potential financing assistance from U.S. government agencies through loan guarantees that can help fund your exporting initiatives. Then I'm thinking, am I happy to do all these things? Is it worth it? Are these reasonable enough to turn my back to the academe? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, because I was able to provide employment with my now 5 employees. They can now provide for their families. During the pandemic, up to this time, there are still a lot of Filipino workers who lost their jobs and still having a hard time looking for one. Not only that, but I also provided the needed commercial space for most of the MSMEs to display and sell their quality products. For me, it's a win-win situation for all of us. I became kind of addicted with business since I am now thinking about putting more branches for our Pasalubong Center. By the way, Pasalubong means souvenir or any items that you may want to take home for your family and friends. It could be food or non-food items. In barely 5 months, I was able to put up 2 enterprises. One manufacturing firm, the Buriko Burimu Food Products Trading, and one Pasalubong Center, the ANC Pasalubong Center, where I can sell also my manufactured goods. I am sure that if I can do this, anybody like you can also do this, making a living by helping others to make a living. Thank you so much.
Let's give applause to Dr. Maria Ludgarda. I'm sure she is online on the Zoom meeting line at this moment also, watching, her presentation through the video. Hello, Dr. Maria Ludgarda.
Hi, hello, good morning.
Teknik Negeri Medan, Indonesia.
Hello, Indonesia.
Hello. Say hello to Dr. Maria. It was such a great presentation. It's really inspiring us how you conduct as an educator and also as an entrepreneur, and you put this knowledge into the practice, the real concrete example. So I think this will motivate for all of us, especially also for the graduates who will involve in the entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much. Selamat pagi.
Good luck for your future endeavor. Thank you so much from Polytechnic Negeri Medan on behalf of all the directors Polytechnic Negeri Medan. We thank you for your presentation. Baiklah, Bapak dan Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, we will move on to the next session. Is still the presentation. We will repeat. I'm sorry. This is what I'm going to announce to all of us, because on the first keynote speakers, I think the video that we watched was not really complete. So we will repeat. We will play again this video of our first keynote speaker, Dr. Rini Indahwati SE, AKMSC. And would you please play it on now? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's our occasion to watch her presentation on the video.
I never could have imagined that today's younger people are more entrepreneurial than those of any previous generation. The sum of these trends is more entrepreneurship and business startups for younger people. According to the Opinion Research Council, 54% of 18 to 24-year-olds are highly interested in starting a business, compared with 36% of 35 to 64-year-olds. A Newsweek poll asked millennials to name their hero, and more than half named Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Entrepreneurship is about creativity and innovation, resource identification, acquisition, and market sharing, economic organization, and opportunity for gain or increase under risk and uncertainty. Innovation in the way we work and play, travel and eat, start our families, and raise our children, all create opportunities for entrepreneurs to build businesses and organizations that will exploit new technology and trends. In the context of this, vocational institution has a very important role. Vocational institution has the ultimate goal to develop students with strong practical skills, cited from Lee 2020.
Combined system that we commonly know about the development of vocational institutions are TVET, or we can say it technical and vocational education training, and understood as a comprising education. Training and skills development relating to a wide range of occupational fields, production, services, and livelihoods. UNESCO Univoc 2015. The TVET is that part of the education system that provides courses and training programs related to employment with a view to enable the transition from secondary education to work for young trainees or students. This is the social subjective, and supply the labor market with competent apprentices, and this is the economic objective. TVET is open to all young and old. When students accepted into a TVET program, students draw up a personal competence development plan together with the lecturer or teacher. Students get their previously acquired competence, recognize and plan how to gain any missing skills. This can be done by acquiring just a module or some modules or whole qualifications. Students acquire only the missing competence, and therefore study times can also vary. Students can learn in goal-oriented and guided way in universities, at vocational colleges, workshops, or simulated learning environments. Students are coached and supported in every step of the way. The TVET teacher exhibit a close connection of theory and practice. Students demonstrate their skills in competence demonstrations in workplace real-life situations, and assessment is based on national qualification requirements. The final TVET qualifications are generally based on international standards, and all of them composed of both compulsory and optional modules. Finishing TVET program provides skill sought after by both organization and society at large. The newly reshaped Venice Technical and Vocational Education Training provides a future-proof model for continuous and up-to-date competence development. In relation to entrepreneurship, we can also say that entrepreneurship is a self-perpetuating phenomenon. If a society has it, more is likely to come. In vocational institutions, this is implemented through entrepreneurship courses that are scaled up in the learning curriculum. Vocational institutions have discovered that the entrepreneurship program has enormous potential for raising the university's profile and visibility, promoting economic activity and job creation, serving highly motivated students. Of course, not every entrepreneur is made in the classroom. Some believe entrepreneurs are born with special personalities and characteristics that distinguish them from the ordinary folk. I don't think in a million years you can teach it in the classroom, said Paul Fleming, founder of P.F. Chang's China Bistro. But the fact is, that students who take entrepreneurship classes have more successful business startups than those who don't. They also make fewer business mistakes and earn higher annual incomes. However, the business and social networks that schools create and sustain to put students and entrepreneur alumni together help the nascent entrepreneurs make connections.
Entrepreneurial learning is the basis for the creative, innovative, and practical ideas we need to succeed and thrive in 21st century to help technical and vocational education and training. Different institutions from the entrepreneurial mindset and values needed improve people's life and promote inclusive and sustainable societies and economies. The guide, it has 3 parts. 1. An introduction to entrepreneurial learning and the basic concepts. 2. A self-assessment tool for TVET institution. And 3. Initiating and strengthening entrepreneurial learning in TVET. Inspired by the business model compass, we can create a tool for strengthening entrepreneurial learning at the institutional level. It demonstrates how all parts of TVET institutions can work together to create an entrepreneurial learning culture. It consists of 12 steps. These 12 steps focus on different factors that student and vocational colleges need to consider when integrating entrepreneurial learning in their institution, from value proposition to key activities and assessment. Typically, the elements are worked through sequentially from 1 to 12. Although the institution can also use this flexibly and pick an element of particular interest. And the 12 steps include 1. Identifying the value proposition of the institution. 2. Defining and understanding target audience. 3. Determining which entrepreneurial competences are important for institution target. 4. Integrating entrepreneurial learning into curriculum. 5. Developing specific activities to nurture an entrepreneurial mindset. 6. Outlining the resources needed for entrepreneurial learning to flourish. 7. Building the core team in institution. 8. Partnering with key stakeholders. 9. Choosing a modern assessment method. 10. Choosing communication channels to reach the institution target. 11. Developing organizational structures to implement entrepreneurial learning. And 12, as well as measuring the impact of our program. Completing all the tasks in this concept as a team will help us to identify problems and opportunities that our institution can further work on.
Baik, Bapak dan Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, let's give applause to our keynote speaker, Dr. Rini Indahwati, SAAKMSC. Halo, halo Ibu Dr. Rini. Apakah Ibu terhubung dengan kami di sini melalui Zoom meeting link? Halo, kami ingin menyapa Ibu Dr. Rini. Halo Ibu Dr. Rini Indahwati. Halo, apakah Ibu terhubung di Zoom meeting link ini? Atau perlu di... bantu Ibu Rini. Halo. Halo Ibu Dr. Rini Indahwati. Oh. Okay, we would like to apologize that we could not be connected with Dr. Rini Indahwati SA AKMSC for this time. Actually, we would like to, to thank you for her great presentation. It's such very inspiring for all of us, after watching, her presentation on the video. I'd like to read out again the quote as the wisdom quote. Knowledge has to be improved, challenged, and increased constantly, or it vanishes. This quote's from Peter Drucker. Well, ladies and gentlemen, okay, now we come to the next session. It's oh, Ibu Rini. Oh, okay. Now, halo, Ibu Dr. Rini Indahwati SA AKMSC.
Hello, Mrs. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the situation because I have another event outside of our campus. Okay, say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody.
Okay, on behalf of the Director of Polytechnic Negeri Medan, we'd like also to thank you for your great presentation about the entrepreneurship. You talk not only about education in the entrepreneurship, but also how to put this knowledge, entrepreneurship knowledge, into practice, which is such a great, idea to put this and to give the students motivation, to upgrade it or to upskill their knowledge in the area of entrepreneurship.
That's my dreams, Mrs. Hermina Seri. That's all my dream. To motivate students to be an entrepreneurs. That's my dream.
Okay, that's great. You did a great job. Well, let's give applause to Dr. Rini Indahwati SA AKMSC. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm so sorry for the inconvenient situation. Thank you. Thank you. May let's protect us.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the next session. It's a break, a short break. So we will go for 15 minutes for a short break. So it is a time for the break. So from now, 15 minutes to go. So we will come back to this room by 10 sharp. Okay. Take your time. Thank you, Dr. Rini Indahwati.
Welcome and good evening. Today I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tunku Suryati binti Tunku Yusuf from Department of Civil Engineering, Polytechnic Kota Baru, Kelantan, Malaysia. My title of project is a bamboo as a reinforcement in concrete. Okay, go to introduction. Most buildings are made of concrete. Steel is the most commonly used reinforcing material in concrete. Steel takes a lot of energy to make and cannot be replenished. Some concrete have no steel. Bamboo is a plant that is easy to grow and easy to find. Especially in Asia, bamboo has many advantages. One of which is that it has a fairly high tensile strength, especially on the outside of the bamboo fiber or on the bamboo skin. Bamboo is a natural material that is cheaper, readily available, and most importantly, strong in both tension and compression. Okay. Go to problem statement. The reinforcement, it is a very expensive. So here, bamboo is a material that has the potential to be used here as a substitute for steel reinforcement here. This is because the ratio of tensile strength to specific weight of bamboo is 6 times greater than that of steel. In addition, the stress of the bamboo bond embedded in the concrete has a limitation in the occurrence of slippage. However, the study will overcome those limitations by creating different bamboo shape similar to steel concretion to produce the best bonding interaction between bamboo and concrete. Research objectives. Then the main purpose of the research is to study the bond-slip interaction between surface of bamboo, reinforcement and concrete. The objective of the study here, one, to determine the bond stress of bamboo strip with different size embedded in concrete. Okay. Methodology. Okay, because the methodology, the first step is to perform a compression test for the concrete cube. The concrete cube test is done to determine the characteristic strength of concrete and achieve the minimum strength that has been set using grade C50. Okay. Second, the material used for normal concrete, cement, sand, coarse aggregate, and water. Species testing is done with 100 millimeters. The concrete cube is covered with a wet shirt for 28 days. The specimens, the weight, then the compression transmission is run with the lock applied to the concrete until the failure of the specimen. The compressive stress is to determine at ultimate load. Okay. Finally, the dimension of the bamboo. Dimension of the bamboo strip are 10 millimeter times 50 millimeter times 400 millimeter concrete cylinders with a diameter of 100 millimeters and a length of 200 millimeters was used for the test here. We know bamboo reinforcement was inserted at the center of the concrete cylinders for three different embedded lengths, where 50 millimeters, 100 millimeters, and 150 millimeters. We consider here when cast, where samples were tested after 28 days of cooling. Okay, this is a pull-out test setup. There is a pull-out test setup where the figure 1 shows the typical section detail and pull-out test setup. Okay, there is 10 times 50 millimeter. This is bamboo. The height 3 millimeters, 300 millimeters. 300 meters. Okay, this cylinder. Fill in the concrete. Okay, where the amended length 50 millimeter, we consider 50 millimeter, 100 millimeters, and 10 150 millimeters. This diagram is cross-section diagram. Okay. Result. Go to result. The pull-out test for bamboo reinforcement with three different lengths. We consider immediate in concrete cylinders show the bamboo strength. Detail of 9 cylinders test, and the test result are shown in table 1 below. Okay, bamboo length we consider 50 millimeters, 100 millimeters, 150 millimeters. When the weight we use 50 millimeters. This sample 9 samples. 9 samples used here. 9 cylinders. When this result 9. This average bond stress unit MPa. Okay. Based on the result shown in the table above, the bond stress or pull-out stress of 50 millimeter bamboo length is better than the bamboo length of 100 millimeters and 100 millimeter evidence length in concrete. Okay. Based on the result, we found that the bond stress resulting from the pull-out stress limited long bamboo is better than 100 millimeters and 100 millimeters long embedded in concrete. This is because the 50 millimeters long has more friction between the concrete, showing that the bond stress value at 50 meter evident length is the best in terms of result than the others. As a result, maintenance such as bamboo instead of reinforcement in concrete will give more advantage. Okay. Conclusion. Based on the conclusion of bamboo bond stress reinforcement, pull-out tests show that the average bond stress of specimen with Bombasa wheel grace are all known as bamboo, which is used as a reinforcement, is very evident. Length show that the bond stress value 50 millimeter evident because it has more friction between concrete. Therefore, the innovations show that alternative materials such as bamboo as a reinforcement in concrete will give more advantage, especially the environment and user himself because will reduce the waste produced, and most important, bamboo is cheaper in the market. This will more big advantage can use the real world, especially the field of construction. Even using bamboo as reinforcement concrete should result and not as good using steel bar. Thank you very much.
Okey, terima kasih kepada Puan Tengku Surenti binti Tengku Yusof. Demikian tadi pembentangan daripada Puan Tengku Surenti binti Tengku Yusof yang telah membentangkan kajian berkenaan dengan penggunaan bambu sebagai tertulang reinforcement dalam konkrit. Okay, kini saya buka sesi soal jawab. Mana-mana peserta yang ingin bertanyakan soalan boleh letak di ruangan chat ataupun terus ajukan soalan ini secara live di platform ini. Okay, ada siapa nak ajukan soalan? Cik Suhaimi ke?
Tak ada pun.
Tak ada. Okay,
Tak ada.
Kalau tak ada saya terpaksa saya juga lah tanya soalan kan.
Tengku Suryati ni orang hebat dah ni.
Jangan.
Hai.
Okey, saya tanya soalan lah. Saya tertarik sebenarnya, memang kajian yang menarik lah bagi saya. Maknanya kita menggunakan bambu menggantikan steel di dalam sebagai reinforcement di dalam konkrit. Lepas tu adakah kajian ini untuk testing yang macam tadi menggunakan testing kaedah pull out kan, tapi hanya material dia adalah bambu. Adakah Tengku Sureti ada menggunakan material steel dalam testing ini untuk buat pembandingan?
Material steel untuk buat pembandingan di sini saya tak gunalah sebab result untuk steel tu memang kita ketahui apa tu, sebab kita strength steel tu memang dah kuat kan. Jadi kita nak buat hanya di sini ialah kita buat ujian hanya untuk bambu sahaja.
Bambu saja.
Bambu saja. Sebab gini, untuk reinforcement sini mungkin kita untuk gunakan untuk tertulang ni hanya digunakan untuk apron apa tu ground floor je lah. Tidak untuk first, second, third tu memang tidak suggest lah. I tidak suggest lah benda macam ni untuk grade 22 Newton meter square or 25 untuk tulang grade. Tak boleh sebab not suggest untuk grade 30.
Okey, faham.
Okey. Ada lagi doktor?
Sebabnya untuk kajian ni saya dah jelas. Jadi saya tak tahu nak tanya soalan apa sebenarnya.
Tak apa.
Cuma itulah yang macam saya tadilah, kalau dah ada, kalau kita buat testing juga pada steel, kita buat pembandingan, nampak pembandingan tu memang bagus lah. Tapi kita dah tahu kan steel tu memang standard dia, tahu berapa kekuatan dia, kita dah tahu.
Standard.
Okey, jadi tak ada soalan lah.
Tak ada soalan. Satu lagi ialah satu apa tu, bulu kita ni kalau boleh nak dikomersialkan lah, dikomersialkan sebagai reinforcement. Tapi dia adalah kelemahan dari segi beberapa kelemahan, contohnya fire distance.
Ya, betul.
Betul itu adalah kelemahan dia. Okey, terima kasih doktor.
Okey.
Terima kasih. Okey. Yang lain.
Itulah, yang lain tak ada apa-apa soalan.
Yang lain kesian doktor. Tak apa, saya tak apa, sudi. Buka. Okey.
Okey, kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, kita teruskanlah. Kita teruskan dengan presenter yang seterusnya, iaitu presenter yang sama, iaitu Puan Tengku Surati binti Tengku Yusof. Dengan tajuk yang kedua, tajuk kajian beliau yang kedua adalah berkenaan dengan study test of river water hygiene level in concrete material. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tengku Suryati binti Tengku Yusuf from Department of Civil Engineering, Malaysia. Today I want to present my project. The title of project, Study Test of River Water Hedging Level in Concrete Structure. Okay. Go to introduction. The study discussed the level of water clean lines, the place and important role in making concrete mix. Water containing impurities can have a negative impact on the concrete. Concrete is a material product through a mix of Portland cement, fine mortar, and coarse mortar as well as water. This mixture will harden and go through a chemical reaction called a hydration process. Concrete can be divided into several types according to its use. Concrete is also a composite material consisting of a rough material mixed with a hard metric material such as a cement or a binder that fills the space between the aggregates and binds the material together. Actually, concrete is one of the main fossil